Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. So, how do you feel about better late than never? It's 11:24. Will you still have me? Will you still entertain this hoe? Welcome to Herb Oracle, and thank you for hanging out with me again this week for another freaking week of hoe, you guys. I just feel like we do a lot here, and we've done a lot, and it's not too often that I make us stop and celebrate that, but I just think that we should at least take a quickie and acknowledge how much we've done in 2020. Like, we've had an herb every single week that I've decided to show up. This week is our 34th herb. Plantain, right? We've been manifesting more good stuff, or at least making intentions to do so, which should count for something. This week we manifested more pride, right? We're going to be proud of what we've done, who we are, and who we are becoming. What else did we do this week? We hung out with fairies. We tried our best to be playful. I'm still trying my best to be playful. Yesterday, the trees, they wanted to be playful too, but then they rarely gave it to us straight, that we are here to basically change the world. Oh my God. On top of that, it's a full fucking moon. So TGI, F off, you motherfuckers, every one of you. No, I'm just kidding. That's not how I feel this week at all. Actually, I feel good and stable right this sec. But last night, you guys, was I the only one who cried herself a little sad pity party? Not even really a sad pity party. I just was straight up grieving last night for a few things, and reality felt weird yesterday, like really weird for me yesterday. And yeah, I just felt a little lost. Yeah, I think that's probably like I took my daughter to the orthodontist, which put me in medical anxiety mode really severely. So her dad's going to take her for when she gets her braces on. But I was really fucking challenged because between me and you, I don't jive with the braces thing at all. Like, we're manipulating the body, we're moving teeth where they didn't want to be. It's going to be sore, it's going to be painful, and then you're going to have to wear a retainer for the rest of your days to keep your manipulated teeth from moving back to where they wanted to be. So yeah, it's just like body modification for our children, and I'm not into it. I just am really not in alignment, except it's like, listen, well, apparently this is her path, and that's what she wants to do, and you know, my not even 12-year-old who thinks that she's 28 and knows everything, and it's like, okay, fine, whatever. Do you know, like, I was really having an emotional ride yesterday. On top of that, reality felt weird. Like, is the moon that pulls our water bodies and the oceans, is it tugging and pulling like any residual LSD from my college days? Like, hello, what's going on here? Why is reality so weird and trippy today? And not in a good way. Like the bad, weird, like, where do I even belong in the world? So anyways, I had totally a full moon. Not too extreme compared to other people's full moon moments, I'm sure. Shout out to all the people that are doing meth. You guys are fucking insane. So anyways, I have had a lot of interactions with a lot of different types of human beings since the last time we talked yesterday morning. And I'm quite interested to see what kind of cards are going to come through for us today, because when I was pulling them today, they were weird, man. And I was like, are you sure you're the one? And I was like, I reshuffled some of the decks and repicked some of the cards. So, I mean, let's just not have any expectations for our 3 piles today. They will be a little bit of a different set of cards today. A little bit, not really. I don't know. I got a new deck yesterday. I was like, what else can I tell you that's not about meth heads? I got a new deck yesterday at a beautiful shop in DuBois, Pennsylvania, Raven's Moon Oracle. And you can find her online on Instagram. I think it's Raven Moon's Oracle. Yeah, that's her Instagram. Anyways, I thought I was going to maybe get something like else, but you know, it's like you don't really know until you're in the shop and you're holding the decks. And for me, it's the one that I cannot put down, right? So I pick them up, I hold them. If I can put them back down, I'm like, okay, at some point I'll realize that I've cradled one in my arm like a baby, and I'm still looking at other decks, but I haven't put this one back down. Okay, that's my deck. That's how I know. So it's upstairs right now. It's Dreams of Gaia Tarot by Raven. Oh my God, by another Raven. I have her Oracle deck, Messenger Oracle. Let me just pull that out. I have her, Raven Felon. I have her Messenger Oracle, and now I have her Tarot, Dreams of Gaia Tarot. So it's a lot of similar artwork, you know, so I'm familiar with her visionary outlook, and I like it. And I don't know, I guess I wanted that one. I don't know. The other thing that's going on with me is I am reading the Course in Miracles as an audiobook for my YouTube channel. And that's maybe also why reality seems so weird or whatever to me, because like warning, if you do the Course in Miracles, it will pretty much make you question everything in your life. So it's like, I knew yesterday that I really was just buying an Oracle deck to keep my ego entertained, but it's just all like illusions and distractions for me at times, but I need them, you know what I mean? Like I need them. So buying a new deck was enjoyable, but it didn't bring me like really a lot of joy. It's given me something new to do this weekend, but yeah, I mean, like everything sometimes has to get turned upside down, I guess. And I guess this is where I'm at. But with that said, I'm actually okay right now. But if you would have talked to me last night, man, you'd have wondered what was up with me. So anyways, how are you? How was your full moon? Are you losing your shit? Are you watching other people lose their shit? Man, so anyways, that my experience is absolutely nothing compared with some other experiences that I'm not directly involved in, but I'm having to counsel people that are directly involved in some really weird shit. All right, 59. I'm not a counselor, but I still have to counsel people in my own life, same as you, right? You're not a counselor, but you still have to counsel your friends and your family and your coworkers and sometimes even your dogs. All right, we've got our first number here, 59. Our second number is 73. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm shuffling cards. And there's our third number, 56. Okay, we just got some regular old numbers here today, folks. First, a regular old TGIF. Yeah, it's a full moon. So here's the thing. Say you know, or you're beginning to know, or maybe you don't know, but now you're going to know. The full moon brings out something in you. If you know that like the full moon, and you got to start watching yourself. Like if every 30 days, man, you're crying over old stuff, you don't know where it came from, start to notice what phase of the moon that's associated with. See, sometimes it's the full moon for some people. Other people, man, it's the new moon. Maybe it's a half moon. But it's like, oh my gosh, like start to see how the moon pulls things up and out of you, just like the tide, right? Man, where'd this come from? It got pulled around again. It's just a phase of the moon. So it is just a phase for you. But I think that, for me personally, what I had to do is, okay, it's a full moon. I know I'm lost today. I know I'm so sad. I feel so lonely, whatever. I feel like I need a lover, whatever. And I look and I see, yep, it's just part of the moon phase. Not saying that explains everything, but it's sort of like PMS. Man, you know it's coming, so get ready for it. Or you know what it is, so take it with a little pinch of salt. Like, understand, okay, I understand what's going on here, so I'm going to go easy on myself. I also know that tomorrow morning when I wake up, this will probably be gone because it literally is just a phase. And okay, so that whole concept, probably you're like, yeah, Sadie, what's your point? So what is it about someone that they are completely unable to recognize this in themselves? That's the challenge, and that I'm trying to counsel, right? That's the challenge. It's like, what happens when someone is not that they're refusing to take responsibility for themselves and their experience, but they literally just don't see it, or they're incapable of seeing it. So, I don't have a lot of experience with insanity and insane people, so I'm trying to be open. I'm just saying this out loud so the universe knows that if I can help find a solution for these people, give it to me. Give it to me. Now, the Course in Miracles has the answer and the solution and the explanation in it. But trying to get someone to read that book, I don't think I can get any of the people I actually know to ever read this book. I'm not saying it negatively. I'm just saying it is a challenge book. I don't think that they would read it, and it's hard to explain it. So I did my best this morning, as I'm learning it, to try to teach people that, you can't have a split mind. Like, you can't be anything but crazy if you're not in alignment with your heart's truth. Like, even good, happy illusions are still illusions if it's something other than, like, the Christ within you. And then right then and there, I lose everyone. They're like, what? So it's like, I know what they need to do. They need to get into their divine space and get out of their heads. But people are so in their heads, and man, full moon this week, last night, but tonight's basically all weekend. It's going to be a full moon weekend vibe. I'm praying for people. All right. Actually, I'm not. I hope it's what they need. Go crazy. Go batshit crazy, everybody, if that's what you need to do. But I just would like to help people more, especially the people who are not the crazy people, but they're dealing with crazy people in their life. Like, how do you counsel that person? So anyways, let me take a picture of these numbers. Sorry about all the rambling. 59, 73, 56. 59, 73, 56. Are you drawn to either 59, 73, or 56? It's kind of hard to pick because none of them are special. Well, to me anyways. Okay, so 5 plus 9, that's 14. 1 plus 4 is a 5. So maybe the first pile is a pile for change, new direction, something you need to release this full moon. The full moon is a perfect time to release the old pattern, release what not serve you. Okay, so maybe that. Now 7 plus 3, that just makes me think of 10. And anytime I think of 10, it's like, to me, a high five. Perfect 10, good job, you're doing great. Let's just give you a little pep talk. 56, 5 plus 6 is 11. That's a master number. So maybe our last pile could be taking us either further into mastery or challenge us to like maybe a next level, but it's in our highest good. Okay, that's another way to look at these three potential piles. So I'm gonna push away 73 and 56, and we're gonna first do number 59. Now with all the piles, you're gonna get a hypnotic word, then you're gonna get an herbiary card by Maya Toll. Your next card will be a Flower Magic by Rachel Patterson. It has a pentacle made out, I don't know, wicker basket material, it looks like. Then a Hedge Witch Botanical Oracle and your Soul Flower. And you'll end with a crystal, an Andara crystal. We're still going to do those because I want to. And they're cool. All right, so that's what you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Perhaps a message. I don't know. But before we do that, one more shout out to this week's herb of the week, plantain. Could you please pull out the craziness from people? Is that what you're doing, plantain? Is that what the full moon does? Is pulling up the craziness, but it's doing it, okay, every like 30 days. It's like, okay, I'm going to give you an opportunity to deal with your insanity, to deal with your triggers, to deal with what hurts inside of you, to deal with what isn't healed inside of you. I'm going to give you an opportunity to play this out. Then we'll let it rest for another cycle. And then next full moon, we'll see what you still need to deal with. So, I mean, maybe the full moon is pulling out like plantain pulls out any type of splinter or shard or poison. It pulls out emotional gunk too, mucus. But it also came with such a great message of being innocent and nourished. And, you know, the ultimate plantain card that we had this week was the Justice card by the Herbal Tarot. So may all things be in balance and find its natural placement in the world through, you know, just I don't know, I want to say metaphysical judgment, you know. It's like, sometimes it's like you can feel bad for somebody when they're having a hard, crazy time. But then it's also like, well, is this what are these the seeds you planted, or is this what your soul needs to experience? And, you know, I don't know, man. Sometimes the best thing to do is take a step back away from people and not get involved. Just saying. Anyways, on that note, plantain, please get this gunk out of me. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our super available herb of the week, plantain. And I thank you so much for being here with me. I am willing to release suffering. I appreciate the laws of nature. I nourish myself and others with a compassionate heart. I adjust my energy into a more balanced state. I am a joyful being. I trust my instincts and intuition. I am willing to release suffering. I appreciate the laws of nature. I nourish myself and others with a compassionate heart. I adjust my energy into a more balanced state. I am a joyful being. I trust my instincts and intuition. And so it is. Yeah, plantain, pull this full moon junk out of me. Okay, so before we go forward though, I just want to say that, yeah, I am willing to release suffering, like plantain said, but sometimes I do have to say to myself, I go looking for it. So yesterday, in my feeling lost and, you know, whatever, I visit my old lover, who is, I guess, you know, he is my friend and I love him and I care for him. But, you know, I just am like, sometimes I'm like, do you purposely go and trigger your pain body? And I think, yes, I actually do on purpose. One, because, like, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out a lot of things out. And and heal things and test myself and challenge myself, but like there's something about this person, and I was trying to like analyze this last night a little bit. Like what is it about this person that makes me so vulnerable and weak? I don't even feel like myself when I'm around him. Like, so I'm intrigued on some level, like psychologically, I'm intrigued why this person has this effect on me. Like, what is going on here? So like, yeah, sometimes I think I actually go looking for it because I'm like, okay, like I have nothing else better to do today. Like, let's tear open this wound a little bit and see what else we can find in here. And then I'll report back to my higher self and we'll expand our soul. And, like, yeah, I'll suffer for the night, but it's not a big deal. Like, all in the name of the greater good. So anyways, I am so glad that I woke up feeling like, oh, okay, I just did that for whatever reason yesterday. Like, if you want to have yourself a crazy day and can bounce back from it, go for it. Go for it. You'll learn a lot about yourself. Absolutely. All right, so let's carry on here. 59. 59. Yeah, all I can think of is 14 and then a 5, number of change. It does have a yellow border, sunshine, right? So maybe like, it's like, let's change it up into more sunshine, into more light, into more happy vibes if we haven't been feeling that way. Your hypnotic awe is the 3 of hearts, and it's in bold print now, ... So I don't know what made me say awe. Was it the 3 of hearts, or was it just the word now? Oh, one of my favorite words, now. Now is a very Ericksonian word. When you say now in a very deliberate way, you can use it as a command to make something happen right now. The key is to say it firmly and stretch it out for a couple of seconds, but don't shout it. And you can notice, I mean really notice, that you're starting to change now. You're starting to change now. Ooh, so is this awesome? I was getting the vibe of 59, maybe being a number, it reduces down to number 5, change. And here we go. I mean, you're really starting to notice, and you are noticing, really noticing that you're starting to change now. Good. So yeah, you can use this hypnotic word on yourself and others. I am starting to change now. I am releasing this illusion now. I no longer associate with this pain anymore. Now didn't really work there, but you get me what I'm saying. All right, let's move on. You got, oh, wait. We're moving on, but we have to stop and go back. We didn't look up what 3 of hearts meant, but I have to tell you that I just flipped over your herbiary card, and it's passion flower. Exuberant quietude. Passion flower with exuberant quietude. So this change that you're having happen right now could be going from, listen, I've been really loud and distracted and distracted, like, oh my God, I'm stuck on it. It is time to go within. There's this beautiful passion flower, and it's got all these quartz crystals where the twirly-doos, the tendrils, they're wrapping around the quartz crystals. They look like they're wire wrapped, but it's actually the passion flower vine doing the wrapping. Exuberant quietude. Now, I didn't grab her book off the shelf. Do I need to? Or is that enough from that card? The hearts represent issues regarding emotions in the home. And the 3 of hearts is a message of caution, slow down, be cautious. Ooh, you better slow down now. You better slow down now. So this change now feels like really important or eminent. What's that word? Like, do it right now, motherfucker. Like that word. Eminent? Is that what it is? Like, you need to change now. You need to slow down now. You need to get into that place of quietude, into your heart, into your peace now. You need to detach a little bit from what's going on now. You are juggling balls of fire and that's too many. You're going to torch the whole house. You need to change now. You are a danger to yourself. Slow down now. Ooh. Wow, you guys. All right, I have to see what your flower magic is now. All right. You might literally have a actual message to stop driving so fast. You got sea holly, which is travel. Literally travel. We're talking about slowing down. And you got the travel message. So, I mean, it seems kind of like maybe very literal. Like, you were literally running around too much. You're driving too fast. You're not paying attention. Like, you need to slow down now. We can look in the book. We can look in all the books. I mean, it's 11:52. You're going to get this by dinner time, you know. We're already late. Now, why would we hurry now? We might as well slow down. Right? Slow down now. Where do we get to slow down? Oh gosh. So anyways, sea holly. Now what's really cool, what a cool flower on this sea holly. I don't know sea holly, but it almost looks like tarragon has like a purple, if self-heal and red clover had a baby, it would look like this little flower. But its leaves remind you of like tarragon leaves or something. I don't know. What a crazy looking cool thing. Okay, so travel is your theme. You are getting the message of caution with the 3 of hearts and to slow down and be cautious in your travels. And that's interesting because it's like you got passion flower too, which is this quietude. Like, maybe you don't need to go on a vacation. You need a staycation, you know. Maybe you need to just not be moving around for a little bit. Let's see. We got to keep moving forward now. All right. Your botanical hedge witch is wild rose reversed. And it has a message of clarity, but it's upside down. So that means you're not having the clarity right now. That's why the 3 of hearts is saying you need to be cautious, really. Because you can't really tell. Right now, you're so confused, you don't know your asshole from a hole in the ground, right? That's basically what Wild Rose just said to you. And even like sea holly, there's a lady on it who, yeah, I guess she is looking at a map. But if you didn't know she was looking at a map, you just think that she wasn't paying attention to where she's going. So she's trying to figure it out. I would say you're trying to figure it out now, right? But you definitely haven't been very clear on what's going on. It's not clear yet. So an affirmation, if that relates to what's happening in your life, I request clarity now. I am starting to see things clearly. I know what to do. I know what to do now. I know what to do now. And that quietude is the place where you're going to find your answers, or at least quiet your mind long enough that a right answer, a divine answer can come in, right? Penetrate through your busyness. Yeah, a lot of busyness in your mind. Okay, let's see what your soul flower is. Let's just do half-ass readings today. That sounds good to me. Crocus with opening. So yeah, that's where we're headed. It's like you've got to quiet your mind enough to create an opening for your clarity to come in. So the reversed clarity looks awesome now above the crocus. Big. These crocus flowers are way big looking. I love it. They're like, they want to jump off the card. They're beautiful. Good job, Lisa. I love them so much. And you can tell there's like little dusting of snow and stuff. But anyways, the wild rose now, once it's coming into the open crocuses, and the open crocuses are welcoming the clarity, but they had to open up for the clarity to be able to enter. They have to open up. Same with you. You have to create an opening in order for your clarity to come in. And you're going to do that through your quietude, through your contemplation, through your slowing down, through your cautiousness, okay? Go as slow as you can today and see what can come in, right? And then if you are looking for answers, like where you should travel, where you should live, whatever, hopefully then your clarity is going to find you. So tender crocus is one of the first flowers to appear in the spring. She is gently reminding you to stay open to the beauty and softness of the world, even though it may seem harsh and inhospitable at times. Trust in the process. Open and accept the possibility that there is love and magic surrounding you always. With that said, I'm going to open up this book and see what else Sea Holly has to say. Sea Holly. Take a trip, 'tis time to travel. Get away before things unravel. The path is clear for you to take. Pack your bags and enjoy a break. By land, sea, air, or to the other world, this journey's meaning will be unfurled. So, like, Sea Holly does want you to take the trip. Are you clear about where you're going and who you're going with and what you're doing? So anyways, Sea Holly's like, yes, now it's time to travel. Which wasn't my exact vibe with it because of the Three of Hearts, but that's for you to decide. So passion flowers, yeah, like being like, yeah, and that's for her to decide. Passion flowers like, yep, that's for everybody to decide for themselves. So that means you have to get quiet and not listen to the peanut gallery or your best friends. Or it's like, yes, certain people will want you to do certain things, but what do you want to do? Maybe you want to take a trip all by yourself. It might only be a walk down a street to meet a friend for coffee, or it could herald a trip across the ocean. This card and the Sea Holly are all about travel. At the far end of the spectrum, it will be a trip, perhaps the adventure of a lifetime. On a smaller scale, it may well be that you need to pop to the corner shop. However, this card is more likely to indicate large-scale travel rather than nipping out for some milk. Travel has many meanings. Think about a journey, which can mean getting in a car and driving for miles, but also think of a spiritual journey. Whether it is by car, sea, air, or into the other world, this card is going to take you on a journey, and you will be traveling by one means or another. Sea Holly is also a reminder to enjoy the actual traveling part, as well as the final destination. Part of the fun is the journey itself. So, once again, I really, now with the passion flower, I think you're not supposed to travel. Of course, that's up to you. I think this is an inner journey. With the passion flower right there, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like, why haven't you been open to the inner journey? You know, you're probably like more willing to get on an airplane and fly to, I don't know, Zimbabwe. Where do you want to go? You're like, I'll go anywhere. I'll go anywhere except within my own kingdom within me, right? People are like petrified of going within themselves. So they'll go anywhere else and they won't go inside themselves. So anyways, whatever you want to do. I want to hear more about sea holly though. Sea holly, its proper name is Eryngium, Eryngium, and it has a long history of being used as an anti-inflammatory for scorpion stings. The roots of the plant were eaten at one time to sweeten the breath, giving them the folk name kissing comfits. Cute. You can use the dried ground flower heads or leaves in all your magical workings. It's perfect for travel spells. So if you are going to go on a trip, I wish you a wonderful travel. Enjoy the traveling, she says. So yeah, this plant is perfect for when you want to jump on a ship or a plane or see the world or have a long weekend ahead, even if it's closer to home. It carries the magic of water and can be used for peace, calm, emotions, and intuition. Sprinkle the dried plant around the house to bring a calm and peaceful atmosphere. So yeah, I mean, going within, if it is an inner journey, into your emotional realm, your intuitive realm, inner peace, your calm state. I have an aunt, she's like, I cannot do yoga class. She's like, they want us to quiet down and meditate at the end of it, and I just can't. Oh my God, I love my family so much. They're like hopeless, and it's just so funny though, because so many people, like I said, would literally jump on an airplane to go to anywhere else other than inside of themselves. But this definitely feels like an invitation that if you do want the truest type of clarity that you can have right now, you go within, you open up and go within. All right, so I want to end, sorry, this is I just feel like everything's a little bit off today, but take it or leave it, you know what I mean? Andarian Sapphire is going to be your attunement activation, and it's beautiful. Oh my God. Like Archangel Michael Electric Blue. Fantastic. At the top of it, the blue gets a little lighter, and it just looks like a clear glacier at the top of this. It's really amazing. This might be one of my favorites. I don't know why. There's just so many textures. There's all different kinds of blues. It looks like water. It looks like movement. It looks like so much. All right, this is Andarian Sapphire. Here's your activation. If you picked our first pile, 59. Holy shit. And guess what word just jumped out at me? It literally has N-O-W, now, in capital letters in the first sentence. So that is definitely your word right now. My energy will bring you into the ever-present now moment. Now is where all of your power is. Let go of the past, and please do not worry about the future. You have not created it yet. The energy is available for you to see, feel, allow, and imagine a most magnificent future, full of abundance, inspiration, joy, and love. Create it, dear one. So yeah, and how do you create that type of future? You do it right now. You do it right now. So whether it's like you're planning a trip or you're just planning your future, like you do that right now. You create the vibrational atmosphere for your future experiences right now. So check yourself, ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Do I have clarity or not? Am I open or not? Is my heart open or not? Am I peaceful or not? So anyways, whatever you have going on right now will dictate to you the type of future experiences you have. So invest in your future experiences by having the type of now moments that you enjoy, that you love. And if you're having good moments now, then you can expect to have more and more of those in the future. And as you just keep on having more good moments, it's like that's, you can really expect, regardless of where you travel, inside you or outside of you, you know, to really enjoy everything now. All right, now what? Now it's time for number 73. How did I have these cards laid out? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell now. It's hard to tell now. I could always just look at the picture that I just took. All right, so if you're new to the podcast, if you ever want to see these pictures, I am putting them on my Instagram at Herb Oracle. So we have the language card, then the herbiary card. Oh, okay. Then the magic card is all by itself. Okay, here we go. Then the botanic hedge witch, then the soul flower, then the Mandara crystal. Okay, now I know. I'll have to look again next for our last pile too. This is 73, perfect 10. Are you doing pretty good? Do you feel like, what's everybody's gripe about this full moon? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's good with me. That'd be awesome. Could we just have a whole layout that's like, good job, you're doing great. Good, yep, all right, see you later. We'll see. Okay, you got the 9 of Hearts. Because. That's your word. That's your hypnotic word. Because. Because enables you to send powerful commands past the critical faculty right into the unconscious mind. Just make sure that everything in front of because is a simple command you could end with an exclamation point. Fall into a deep state of trance because you're already halfway there. Find a solution to this issue because your mind is ready to change. Because, yeah. So just keep doing what you're doing because you are doing awesome. Now, is that what the 9 of Hearts think? Remember, hearts are all about issues regarding emotions in the home. Yes, it is. Number 9, wishes and dreams come true because you deserve it. Wishes and dreams come true because you've just been doing so good. Honey, that's what happens. You've been awesome. Now you're going to get awesome come to you. You get awesome come to you. Yeah, because you're already halfway there. You're going to succeed at anything you do because you've already made your mind up to do so. Your herbiary card is Mullen with integration. Now, what I love about this card, it's a spider web, and there's all these different aspects that are part of the web. Like I said, 73 made me think of a 10, perfect 10. That's what I think of. If I look up on, like right now it's 12-10. Good job, right? When I see a 10-10, man, I just feel like spirit gave me like a double high fives, you know? Yeah, 10, you're doing good. You're integrating things. You're connecting all the dots in your journey. You're integrating all the different aspects of your life into an integrated experience. Like more and more and more, you're feeling whole and complete. I mean, you might be living a life that you're like, yeah, like I would say I am whole and complete. Like minus the fact that like someday I'd like to return, you know, to source, to the kingdom of heaven. Like aside from that fact, the fact that I'm still separated from my higher self, yeah, I'm as whole and complete as I can be here. Good job. I feel like you're doing good. I feel like if you picked number 73, you are doing good. Let's see if your flower magic thinks so. I think you're doing good. Mullen thinks you're doing good. The 9 of Hearts thinks that all your wishes and dreams are going to come true. Do you know why they're going to come true, though? It's not because you've been wishing for it. I mean, you can wish in one hand and shit in the other, like my family always told me. And it's true, you guys. Wishing is for wimps, okay? The reason your, quote, wishes and dreams are going to come true is because you have willed it to come through. You're willing it. So don't wish, will. And so it is. My dreams come true because that's your word. Because I say it will, and it does. I like it. Your flower magic card is Hypericum. So you got St. John's wort or St. John's wort. It almost feels like a St. John's in this picture. Usually I go with St. John. However, we have a gypsy dancer, and she is magnificent looking, and it just feels like a St. Joan. It really does. But it comes in with a really golden, she has a golden scarf, sash thing tied around her waist. Like, it looks like a crocheted shawl that she tied around her waist. And it's very golden, and this card comes with a message of rejuvenate. So you've got integrate, rejuvenate, because that's what you do. You integrate, you know when to rest, you rejuvenate. Let me just tell you what are in these 6 circles. Let's go back to the herbaria card. There's 6 circles. There's a full moon, there's a brown moth, there's a ship sailing on the sea, there's a beating heart, there's an acorn, and a brain. So it's like, yeah, like you're integrating all these different aspects of your mental body, of your emotional body, of your physical body, right? Maybe going with the flow, riding out the waves, being the little acorn seed. You're becoming something greater. Although you're allowing yourself to just be here too. You're allowing yourself to go with the flow. You got the full moon on your card. I don't think this full moon is rocking your boat like it is for some people. And I think that's wonderful because you've done the work, because you've taken time to rejuvenate yourself, and you know that last night and tonight and this weekend is a good weekend too, to just go with the flow. If you feel like resting, rest. If you feel like sailing across the 7 seas, then do that. Like whatever you want to do. Dance, feel some movement in your body, rejuvenate through music. Like I really feel like this is the pile I want to be in. I want to be in this pile. Let's see what your botanical hedge witch says. You got, what is this? Samphire. It has a message of adventure. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe like if you're up for it and you feel like it's right and good, have a little fun. Go on one of those like medieval festivals where everybody like dresses up like, gypsies are in the current. I don't know if they're having those right now. Maybe you'll just have to make your own. Everything keeps on getting canceled. I think it's ridiculous. So anyways, adventure. So see what your soul flower says. Okay, interesting. It's really up to you. So you get red clover with tranquility. But red clover, she like helps you go with the flow. She will help, you release what you no longer need. She's very nutritious. So whether it's a message, whatever, you've got so many options. Integrate, rejuvenate, adventure. What are you up for? Tranquility? You can have it all this weekend. That's what Mullen's saying with your message of integration. Like whatever you want to happen can happen. 9 of Hearts. You can literally have all this happen in one day and it feel really, really good. You can have a little fun. You can chill. You can be peaceful. Like see something new. Grow into more of you. Red clover helps support a sense of clarity, individuality, and self-awareness in the midst of our chaotic and often negative world. She is a calm and steady presence, helping you to remain balanced and to think and act from your center of truth, despite whatever may be taking place around you. So there is a good chance that this little gypsy lady is dancing alone, and she's the only one dressed up at this festival. And you know what? Because she wants to, because she needs to, because that's who she is. And it's too bad that the rest of the world doesn't want to play and have any adventure, and but she is, you are, we are going to be ourselves. And your Andarian crystal is the Andarian amethyst. So it's sort of like this smoky purple, this smoky purpleness. And like probably that's the color of her eye makeup on her eyelids. It's really like a beautiful, yeah, definitely a beautiful color here. I also love that like she has this really bright orange flower tucked behind her ear. She has like a headband and a jewelry that comes on the top of her forehead. A lot of sequins and necklaces and long dangly earrings and bracelets and belly button ring, and really fun. Really, really fun. And that color of the shawl and her undershirt is so like perfect for this time of year. That golden yellow maize, that goldeny orange yellow. So good. All right, let's get your activation. Take a deep breath. Just because. Just because it feels so good. Allow my deep amethyst rays to penetrate your third eye center, activating your pineal and pituitary glands, expanding consciousness, and revealing universal wisdom and truth. Where there is confusion, I bring clarity. Where there is chaos, I bring calm. I will assist you to see through the eyes of truth, the eyes of the divine. I will lift you up to see life through a higher perspective, knowing that all is exactly as it should be. So Red Clover said the same damn thing. Like, okay, the world's crazy, it's chaotic, it's chaos, it's just nuts. It brings you in this calmness and clarity and helping you see through the eyes of truth. And that's what Red Clover was saying too. Being a calm and steady presence, remaining balanced and thinking and acting from your center of truth despite what is taking place around you. So, and that's what Andarian Amethyst said too to you. It's kind of acknowledging that, yeah, it might be craziness, confusion, but you can still not get caught up in it. You can still ride the waves and, get on the highest point of that sail ship, like climb up the pole by the sail pole, I don't know, and climb the whole way up there and like look out yonder and see that, like, you know what? It's not always going to be this rough and choppy, And yeah, if you're like right on the waves, it's like splashing in your face, the water's getting up your nose. But when you climb up to this higher perspective, you're not drowning. You're not even getting salt water in your eye. It's like you get a better perspective. Oh, I see land, It's like you start to see out a little bit further. You start to see the aerial view. You can see things for what they are. Yep, some crazy shit's playing out right now. And you're witnessing it. But everything is exactly as it should be. And you can keep acting from your center of truth and balanced, right? So do whatever you need to do to keep rejuvenating, keep integrating. Maintain your sense of adventure, says Samphire. Maintain your sense of adventure, because it's like you could like look at things as like just like a horrible bit Or you could be like, well, it's just a crazy ride today. Yep, people are losing their shit. Hop on in. We'll just plow our way through. And to end, St. John's wort, or St. John's wort, Hypericum, says, this life can seem so very hard. Events can leave us bruised and scarred. But now is the time to see the light. Pick yourself up, the end's in sight. Inject new life, sense the hope. Know that soon again you'll cope. So if the state of the world has been getting to you, take time to do what you need to do to rejuvenate and integrate your experiences. Learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn from being part of this world. And you know what? Hypericum does bring that light and that sunshine into our life. And so we can start to maybe see the little light at the end of the tunnel, or the land that we're approaching, that we can get off this fucking boat. Right? You'll get there and things will get better. So if things have been rough, like you're like, yeah, I got a perfect 10 because I'm a tough cookie, but let's not lie, it has been a little rough. Feel this little bit of sunshine coming in. And the mullein flowers too are little bits of sunshine. So you got 2 little yellow flowers here. And samphire is yellow. So you actually have like a diagonal of sunshiny flowers going on here. A little ray of sunshine. Just know that the hardship will burn itself out soon enough. And the universe and red clover and all your flowers and Andarian amethyst, everything is sending you positive energy to keep your balance, maintain your balance, keep a smile on your face, because you look so sweet with a smile on your face. You have been through the mill. You've had some things that are hard to deal with. You've integrated them. And yeah, it says you've hit every single one of them out of the park and carried on regardless. So go you, high fives, perfect 10. Life teaches us lessons and we can learn from each and every one of them, or at least take a little morsel of inspiration or insight from them. So make sure that you are connecting with Hypericum, St. John's wort, the color yellow, the sun and the sky. Let it empower you. Let it dispel darkness. Let it put your hand on your belly over your solar plexus. Know that your power lives in there. And keep on going. I mean, what more can you say? What more can you do? This life can seem so hard, but it's like every time you just come out on top. So good job. Good job. If you chose number 73, perfect 10, keep going, because you're already almost to the finish line, or whatever that even means to you. Find a solution to all these issues, because your mind is ready to change. Yeah, because that's just what you do. All right, we made it to the final pile. 56 made me think of an 11, master number. Yeah, if you've been waiting for this one, you might have a mastery of patience. Good job. So I kind of felt like possibly this pile may either be like something to take you to that next level, or it could be a challenge. See, sometimes we get hard on ourselves. We're like, oh my God, how'd I manifest this bullshit in my life? But what we don't realize, it's that sometimes these challenges that are our catalysts that take us to maybe a new perspective, a new level, a new mastery of something. Sometimes it's hard for us to understand that, like, maybe we didn't want the easy ride. Like, that's what I was joking about earlier. Like, do I go looking for the suffering? Like, because it seems like part of me wants it, or like wants to master it. Like, can I keep putting myself around this person that makes me feel oh my God, so submissive. So submissive. What's going on here? Like, this is maybe something that I need to master. Or like, why? Yeah, I don't know, man. So I don't know what to expect with this pile. We'll just have to wait and see. Uh, let's see here. Let's see what our cardamancy is. It's the Joker of Diamonds. That's not a joker. That's a jack. I was like, Joker of Diamonds. That doesn't sound familiar. That's because it's not, you dumbass. It's a dime. It's the jack. It's the jack, honey. All right, now, diamonds are work related and deal with affairs out of the house. If you're reading just a cardamancy, these meanings are like if you're just trying to use a regular playing deck of cards to get some oracle messages. The diamonds are work-related affairs, deal with affairs out of the house, and the jack. I don't know Jack. I don't know Jack. Jack of Diamonds might have something to deal with. It might actually be a family member. Light blonde youth. The possibility of a dishonest or unreliable person. So it could be a challenge person, maybe a challenge family member, some young, blonde, youthful person. Could be challenging you, could be dishonest, unreliable. Maybe so, huh? But, how is your reaction or interaction with them? So that's the thing about mastery of anything. Any type of emotional mastery or just in your life. And, we talk about concepts, but then life challenges you to put them into action. Like we can talk about peace all damn day. Well, what about when this young, untrustworthy person comes along and ruffles your feathers, perhaps? Are you still feeling that peace that we talked about? Or was our peaceful conversation just one of concepts? It's like you can talk about peace, but are you actually feeling peace? Are you actually being peace? Anyways, I once heard ... is your hypnotic phrase. I once heard. We've all heard certain things at different times in our lives. That's what makes this such a powerful language pattern. Nobody can dispute what another person once heard. And haven't you used that when you wanted to say something but you didn't want to be the one to claim it, or I once heard that you could do this or that. You're trying to offer a solution, but you have to really go a weird way about it because this person is so defensive or closed-minded. Well, I once heard that, right? And nobody can dispute what another person once heard, right? You can say a lot by not taking any ownership of it. Well, I once heard. I love this. Using this pattern can turn the words that follow into an embedded command. So if you're doing hypnosis, though, you can use this in your hypnosis session and in your conversations, because once you realize that your words do have hypnotic power, influence into another person's psyche, use this to your advantage in a positive way. You can maybe see, it's like I once heard that you can say things like that just to embed a suggestion, right? Or to introduce an idea into someone's mind. Well, I once heard that, and then you just plug in whatever command you want. I once heard a man say that you can be as much of a success as the next person. I once heard that you can be as happy as you tell your mind to be. I once heard that, if you take 3 months off of white flour and sugar, it completely cleans out your body, right? So I'm not telling that person to quit eating their favorite junk foods, right? But I'm just letting them know that I once heard that, you know, I mean, I just heard it. I'm not telling you, I'm just telling you what I heard. It's such a great phrase. All right. So anyways, master that. Your herbiary card that you got is nettle with a message to pay attention. This nettle leaf has a big old green eye, really aware, really watching, really paying attention. So I once heard that if you pay attention, you'll never miss a trick. Your flower magic is daffodil with fertility. So I once heard that it's pretty easy to get pregnant if you want to. Daffodil does come with a pregnant mama and a message of fertility. But that doesn't mean that you have to pop out any more babies. But it could mean that you're pregnant with ideas and creative potential. And, you know, you're really ripe right now. You're really ripe. Things are really ripe for opportunity. So pay attention. Pay attention, Nettle says. Pay attention to these possibilities of creation that you could spring forth in your life. The daffodil, springing forth new energy. I once heard that you can manifest anything you put your mind to. Your botanical hedge witch is a fern. Is it a botanical hedge witch? I don't know what the name of this deck is. Hedge Witch Botanical by Solo Thompson. All right. Fern with a message of growth. So you got fertility and growth. So yeah, things are becoming available to you. I once heard that once you tap into the energy of the universe, you can flow it in any direction you want. All right, so pay attention to what you're putting your energy towards. What's growing in your life? What's fertile in your life? Yeah, pay attention. Once nettle's on the table, man, it just takes over. You also got borage if you pick number 56 with a message of optimism. Sweet borage encourages playfulness and spontaneity to help uplift your spirits when you're feeling disheartened and blue. Borage will help you to rise above sorrow and depression and instill fresh courage, enthusiasm, and confidence in your ability to move through life's obstacles. So pay attention if there's obstacles. Have fun with it, playfulness, right? Know that like these challenges that are coming in to add to your growth, your mastery, your creations, try to see them as fun, or try to just be playful as you dodge the nettle patch, right? Yeah, very interesting. Now, of course, at least once or twice or 100 times during my episodes, I like to tell you that something made me think of the Course in Miracles. And the Course in Miracles chapter that I was just reading yesterday was saying that, like, if we feel like depressed, we're not learning the right things, right? Like, we're just, like I said, like, we're getting distracted, like what's not for us. So pay attention to how you're feeling. If you're feeling playful and optimistic and your spirits are pretty uplifted, I'd say you're on the right path. You're doing great, you know. But if you need to pay attention and see that, like, oh, I feel just sorrow and depression and it's just not going away, and, you know, like, what needs to, you know, like, we love stinging nettle, but if it's stinging you, right, even borage has little spiky, borage leaves are spiky, you know, it's like if something's spiky and painful, get your ass out of the nettle patch. Quit rolling around on the borage, okay? Don't try to hug the borage. Go up, pluck the flowers off, eat the flowers, they're delicious, but quit trying to give it a hug, you know? So, like, pay attention to, like, the things that should be pretty obvious to you. Now, daffodil with that fertility card. The pitter-patter of fertility can offer you the ability to take what you want to do and move forward and through. New beginnings to create start right now. No time to wait. So yeah, it's like your growth is assured absolutely with this fern. I have ferns that are growing on the side of my chimney, like at the second floor. Like one little crack, and I don't know, there's like a fern trying to grow out of it. It's so funny. But yeah, lots of fertility, lots of maybe new projects. Get optimistic, right? I once heard that, if you need a pick-me-up, a new project on your knitting sticks is just the thing to do, right? Like give yourself something to do. Give yourself something to create. Maybe focus in on a new idea. Be brave, be bold, go for it. If there's a project that you've been sitting on and you're like, I don't know if I should do it, do it. Do it. All right. You got daffodil, okay? And they are toxic if you eat the bulbs, okay? And so don't eat the daffodil bulbs unless you're like mortally wounded on the battlefield, like the Roman soldiers did. If they knew they were going to die, they prepared for this moment by carrying a daffodil bulb in their pocket, and they would eat it, and it would release its narcotic but poisonous toxins, and the soldier would die, presumably pain-free and oblivious. So I am not suggesting that to you, though, but I am suggesting that you listen to Daffodil's advice. And if you do want to increase your fertility in your projects or in the bedroom, if you really did want a baby, just bring in some daffodil flowers, put them in a vase, and, let their energy increase your fertility and disperse negativity. Bring in a bunch of them. Never give a single daffodil, as it is said to bring misfortune, okay? So bring in daffodils for all your heart-related matters. So I once heard that, if you bring in a bunch of daffodils and you have sex beside those flowers, you're gonna get that baby, okay? You're gonna get that baby. But for those of us who definitely do not want babies, I mean, wow, let's leave that to the new mothers. Maybe bring in daffodils just to encourage you to go for your projects and your growth and your dreams, and to get optimistic and be courageous, and they are so pretty. All right, last card. Yeah, these readings, they've been all right today. What more can you expect? Full moon week, take it or leave it. I mean, they're good. Everything's always good, but you can feel when the energy is a little bit heightened and choppy. So I think for the full moon, we should be satisfied with wherever we're at. And, crap. How do you say this word? I think it's peridot. Like, it looks like peridot, but I think it's peridot. Like, it's a silent T. I'm not exactly sure, but your Andarian crystal is the Andarian peridot. Or if you're from Western Pennsylvania, peridot. The Andarian peridot, but I think it's peridot. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's a light green, really light, but not like a limey green, like a beautiful light jade green colored glass is what this crystal looks like. And it coordinates a little bit with the nettle and with the fern too. And even, it looks nice, but everything looks good by the borage, the fern, the daffodil, the nettle, and yeah, this number 56, which gives the feel of mastery. All right, so let me read you your activation. Radiant being of light. You carry a sacred divine flame within you. Allow me to ignite this divine fire, purifying all illusions of limitation, so you may emerge as the free, sovereign being that you truly are. My energy will help you to let go of struggle and suffering, and will create a more open, welcoming, receptive, and receiving nature. So, radiant being of light, mastery. I would definitely say, it's like you really are ready to light even more fire within you. You really are ready to let go of struggle and strife and suffering, right? This growth, this fertility, this optimism that's ready to blossom in your life. You are ready to go next level and create a more open, welcoming, receptive, receiving nature. So like if you are trying for a baby, think about that. The egg has to be receptive and receiving to the sperm, to the tadpole, you know what I'm saying? Like it has to like let it in. It has to be welcoming. The cervix has to be like open, right? For like, do you know what I mean? Like it's like you gotta be ready. You gotta be ripe, receiving, receptive, welcoming, open, welcoming. Oh, I like that word. So anyways, emerge. I once heard that if you allow the sacred divine flame within you to be lit, it will purify all your illusions of limitation. I once heard that you can emerge as the free sovereign being that you truly are, right? So it's like whatever it takes for you to get to that point, just allow yourself to do that because you are ready to open up and welcome in some new energy. So pay attention. Things are getting ready to grow. And that's definitely something to be optimistic about. Yeah, so I definitely say that's all a little something we could use a little dose of optimism, a little dose of like, hey, honey, like there are good things coming your way. Be optimistic, regardless of what stage of life you're at, what the world seems like, how choppy the waters are, whatever it is, man. Be optimistic that some good things are coming your way. Because some days, like on full moon days like this, what else do you have to hold on to? Right? Like, okay, good things are coming. Good things are coming. I'm open. I'm welcoming. I am receptive. I am receiving. And I am allowing more of the divine light to enter me because that is what I am. So thank you to all the plants and herbs and flowers and crystals who showed up today to remind us that we are the light, we are the love, we are the truth. It is what we are when we are just who we are. So be yourself, whoever that is, whatever that is. Be the radiant being of light. I really appreciate you hanging out. For no other reason this week than we have added some good vibes into the world. You haven't made me one fucking cent. Right? Like, I don't appreciate you because you make me money or anything like that, because I don't even have ads on this podcast right now. I literally have to appreciate you for just bringing light into the world. And, as I step out of my ego more and more and into my higher mind, I see that light that we shine together is worth more than all the gold in the world and all the pennies that I could collect through podcast advertising. You know what I'm saying? Like when you really get a good look from a higher perspective of what we are doing when we come together and put our energy together, you can't even put a price on that. You can't even put an amount of what that is worth, because it is so valuable. So on that note, I thank you for hanging out with me another week here at Ho, another week here with plantain this week, and all the good things. So it hasn't been exactly easy for me, but I'm still super thankful, and I hope that you are too. All right, on that note, I'll see you again next week for sure, and because I need a reason. Holy crap, you guys. Since I need a reason to look forward to things, guess who our herb of the week is next week? It is nettle. So pay attention. Stinging nettle is going to be with us all next week. Wow. Now that should be fun.